Julia Galan from Swimspire here at Wilson High School's beautiful new natatorium in Reading, Pennsylvania. Joining us today is Kristy Kowal, 2000 Olympic silver medalist in the breaststroke, former world record holder, national record holder, NCAA champion. Kristy, thank you so much for taking the time to be with us today.
Thank you for coming down.
So Kristy, you've accomplished so much in your swimming career, Olympic medals, world records, national records, and yet you're still not straying too far away from the pool deck. Tell me what motivates you to continue swimming, and why can't you stay away?
Well, I did take a long break after I was finished swimming. I just needed a little bit of time away from the sport. But eventually I wanted to give back to the sport that gave so much to me. So I've been involved with coaching, and I love giving back. And so I've been involved with several open water events that are part of charities. So I do a bunch of swims for Swim Across America, the Flower Sea Swim down in the Cayman Islands. So anything that will help other people, I love to be a part of. So swimming as part of a charity is the perfect way to be involved with swimming again. And I did just sign up to become a U.S. Masters swimmer too, so we'll see how that works out for me.
And what would you consider to be your most rewarding experience in swimming, both in your past swimming career and perhaps even most recently?
I think one of the most rewarding swims is definitely the Flower Sea Swim. Because I'm a teacher, it really goes along well with their charity that they've donated to the last several years is it's Feed Our Children, and they make sure that every child on the island has a hot lunch for school every single day. So I love the fact that it goes along with what I am currently involved with as an educator. It's giving a free hot lunch to children every single day. I love being a part of Swim Across America because cancer has touched my family. I lost my grandfather to cancer. So hopefully one day there's a cure for cancer and we can eradicate it, and just to be involved with that and to, you know, hopefully change the lives of people, help improve their quality of life. In terms of my own personal swimming, of course, the Olympic silver medal, that was just the icing on top of the cake in terms of everything. I missed the Olympic team so many times. I missed it in 96 by 1700ths of a second. I missed the 100 in 2000 by 1/100th of a second. So to go on and win a medal in the Sydney Olympics, that was, you know, once you're an Olympian, you're always an Olympian. No one can ever take that away from you. So that was my dream. That was my lifelong dream, to be an Olympian. But coming away with a silver medal, icing on the cake.
And what are your current goals, both short-term and long-term?
I love being a teacher. I absolutely adore it. So I hope to continue with that profession. I am having a blast. In terms of in the future, I don't know. It's always been so, you know, every year with swimming, I would set a goal for the year, and you would set the 4-year plan. So I think maybe in the future, continue coaching, and maybe my friend Misty Hyman and I have been involved with trying to do a lot more swim clinics and just focus on the girls of the teams. And we've done the Swim Like a Girl clinics, and I think that I would really like to see that grow into something bigger. We really like going into the clinics and really focus on the girl power and really making sure that girls know that they are strong, they're beautiful, and, you know, the biggest thing we always get, how do we hide our swimmer muscles? No, be proud of those. You have earned those, but really talk about, you know, the issues that girls go through when they are athletes, when they are swimmers. So I'd really like to see that grow into something big.
And off the pool deck, you're a teacher. So how do you apply your swimming experience to teaching? Is there any connection there?
Oh, absolutely. I think swimming really does transfer into your everyday life. It taught me how to be a great teammate. I work on a team with 3 other teachers, and it really does teach you how to, you know, work well with others, and it teaches you how to collaborate, and it teaches you time management, and it teaches you how to every day is going to be different, and every day there's going to be ups, there's going to be downs, and swimming really taught me how to take one day at a time and take the positives, take the negatives, and really make sure that you take everything in and you focus on what you can use and what you can look at, and how can you make everything better? How can you use what you're learning, and what can you do to make it better? And I think especially with teaching, at the end of the day, I can look at what we've done and what we've accomplished and how my kids are learning, and I use that, and I think, okay, well, what can I do to make it better? What can I do to help my kids learn tomorrow? And it really does help you analyze things, because if my kids aren't learning, it's not their fault. I take it as I didn't teach them the right way. I need to do something. I need to make a change. And I think with swimming, that really taught me, just even like videoing and looking at technique and looking at things like that, it really helped me pick apart the little things. And it's the same way in the classroom. I try to pick apart the little things and think, okay, what can I do to make this better? What can I do to make this lesson better? How can I help my kids learn?
And so, swimming specific question, why the breaststroke? What made you choose that stroke as your specialty?
Well, I started out my career as a butterflyer. I was a really bad swimmer when I was little. I was a little kid who couldn't make a whole lap of freestyle until I think I was 8 years old. When I was 12 years old, my coach told me, Kristy, when you're 13, you have to swim 4 laps of fly. And I said, no, you know what? I think I'm going to try that breaststroke thing this year. I'm not going to do 4 laps of fly. So that's how I became a breaststroker.
And so you're going to be showing us quite a few drills coming up. Why are drills important? Why is technique important? I mean, we hear so much about race-based training and interval sets and full stroke. Why should we even bother with technique?
There is a time and a place for race-based training and for interval training and for threshold training, and there's also a place for technique. And in technique, that's where you can get faster. Technique allows you to take your stroke and work on one aspect of your stroke. And when you work on that aspect, that's where you get faster. When you're working on your whole stroke, it's really hard to get faster because there's so many things that you're thinking about. When you work on technique, you can break it apart, you work on one thing, and then you go back and you apply what you've worked on to your whole stroke. When you work on technique, that's where you get faster. You become more efficient in the water. And if you take away technique, that's when your stroke falls apart. That's when you start to practice bad habits. And so when you work on technique, you become a more efficient swimmer, you become a faster swimmer. I was a big fan of working on technique. Every Wednesday morning at the University of Georgia, we worked on breaststroke technique and we worked on drills, and that's where I really became a better swimmer. When I was in high school, my stroke was completely different than when I went to college. My stroke looked different. It was a completely different stroke above water and underwater. And I became a faster swimmer because we changed my technique, because we worked on my technique so often. And if I believe it's for any stroke. It doesn't matter if you're a butterfly or a breaststroke or a freestyler or a backstroker. It doesn't matter if you do open water. It doesn't matter if you are masters. It doesn't matter if you're a triathlete. Technique is how you become faster in the water, because technique is how you become more efficient in the water. And if you're more efficient in the water, then you're faster in the water.
Well, Swimspire agrees. Are you ready to swim?
Yes, I am ready to swim.
Great.